with his four faces as one, he reunited the fourfold Brahma. Buddhist Books Podcast, episode 270, Padmasambhava, part 18, in which we will continue reading from The Life and Liberation of Padmasambhava. We'll begin with Canto 35 and see, depending on how long it is and so on, how many we read today. Hope everyone's doing well, and I've been looking forward to this, so if you don't mind, I'll just get right to it. The sojourn in the land of China, as predicted by Avalokiteshvara, or Avalokiteshvara. This is Avalokiteshvara, also known as Chenrezig, and by the way, this is Padmasambhava, also known as Guru Rinpoche, also known as many other names, which, anyway. Now, to the east of Mount Wutai Shan in China is the bank of the river Sutasiri, and at the summit of the mountain sits Manjushri. He's over there. When the Buddha Shakyamuni had set in motion in India the fourth wheel of the Dharma, he decided to lead the kingdom of China to the law, and in the land of China set turning the wheel of the Dharma. He taught that virtue brings forth good and that error is harmful, but the ignoramuses who heard the teachings spewed forth blasphemies. Having failed to convert them through the teachings of absolute truth, he withdrew, sadly, to the Vulture Peak, and considered how he might win them by means of the teachings of relative truth and by divination. At Wutai Shan in China, the 5 mountain peaks, lit up in 5 colors, bore 5 kinds of stupas. And near one of these there sprouted the Jambutrisa tree. The Buddha pierced this tree with a yellow ray emanating from his head, whereupon out of a dwelling in the tree came noble Manjushri, Lord of wisdom, miraculously born, motionless, like gold to the view, without father to engender him or mother to bear him, free from the faults of existences and from their stain. In his right hand he brandished the sword of wisdom. In his left he held a blue lotus, which supported the book of wisdom, and a golden tortoise, haloed with the 5-fold rainbow. The tortoise went to the bottom of the river Sutasiri, and amid the river's foam there appeared a white tortoise. The male and female tortoise coupled, and gave birth to 5 kinds of tortoises. About this time Shakyamuni emitted a white light ray towards the abode of the gods, causing the well-adorned goddess Vijaya to appear before the noble Manjushri, Manjushri took the supernatural tortoise in his hand and said, quote, "Regard well this great golden tortoise." End quote. Then he instructed the goddess in the 7 tantras on the assembling of tortoise lines. He explained the 21,000 calculations of the living, described the 21,000 calculations of the dead, the 21,000 calculations of selecting a bride, and the 21,000 calculations of geomancy, totaling 84,000 keys to astrology. All beings in Jambudvipa hastened thither to learn this relative knowledge of the world. At this point, the listeners of the Dharma were not decreasing, but noble Manjushri thought in his heart, quote, "These people will not listen to the sage's law of the absolute meaning. Yet, if I explain the teachings of relative truth, people will give them much attention and faith. These calculations have not declined, but the holy Dharma is not spreading. I will place these teachings in a great copper vase and seal them with an amulet." He thus placed the 84,000 keys to the branches of knowledge in a vase and hid the treasure in the northeast of Wutai Shan. At this time, all the beings in the 3 worlds suffered from shortened lifespans, much sickness, poverty, wasting away, bad livestock for the nomads, bad harvests for the Tibetans, famines, wars, floods, epidemics, and epizootics. At the southeast mountain, on its gleaming white summit, Padma, son of the conquerors, came into the presence of Avalokiteshvara. The hero of awakening thought to himself, quote, "3 times have I raised them out of the well of metempsychoses, yet not even one of them has been saved," end quote. And he looked in the direction of Mount Potala. It was as it had always been, and tears flowed from his eyes. Taking the ring from his finger, he dropped it, uttering this vow for the good of all beings, quote, "Let the goddess Gangchung transmigrate to Samvari. May she have 4 sons, may you be one of them, and ruler over the others. For the wretched and the guilty, the branches of knowledge, a hidden treasure, will be an answer. Take on the form of Brahma and reveal this treasure. Because of all these suffering, weary beings, let it be so." End quote. He spoke and returned to Mount Potala. Then Guru Padmasambhava appeared as the divine sun, the 4-faced Brahma, and stood before the seat of noble Manjushri. Quote, "Manjushri, though an investigation of astrological calculations does not attain to absolute truth, but only to contingent truth, it is of benefit to beings. Therefore, I beg of you to remove these hidden treasures and explain them to me." End quote. At that moment, the goddess Vijaya revealed herself, as did the Naga king, Tasaki. The Naga queen is here, presumably his wife, Naga Kanya. King Tasaka with his 7 serpent heads. Manjushri, having given his promise, recovered the treasure texts, which were on a couch of blue skins, drawn by a chariot, and unsealed and explained to Padma the 84,000 keys to the calculations. Bracket parentheses, in the Tibetan text there follows a description of many of these teachings, and bracket parentheses. I guess we don't get to hear those. That sounds like it could have been the most interesting thing that we would have read so far. Okay, now, for those who are new, I'm committed to read every word of these books. All right, moving forward. Dang po spang gyan bla ma baku score bashad gya ma las ki score mago drug ku dang sadong po dugu dus duka ba dugu basgril dang Urgya ye zib gesher sa dipyad a ye ta gnam sa urges gukad byung ba sel gesig dang bag ba gigong urgya mo dar chags dang gushin urtsis zangs skyam ma bu buko ulgya, or excuse me, olnga pa buko burgyad pa dang chud burla sogs pa buku gusum pa dang malmo oldem score dang demigs sel ernam bishi byung ba Olnga, Bertsegs, Dang Jam Yig Mdo, Grel Gzhung Dipyad Olnga, Pa Dang Dar Ugud, Frul Yi Me Long La Sogspa. Gutsug la stay dugu yim shing ernampa gusum gab urtse olnga. If you want to skip to the end of this, you can skip to this timestamp right here. Bar du urgya, if we read this already, yi bustan pa buko burgyad bashad Kura ho gzi mig tika dum damar nag bya ra dugu score guker mathong fi nang dang basam las byung chishor urgya urgyud ring thung bertsegs Gusser Yi Me Tog Depal Bar Mii Krungs Depe Gusser Depe Baku Gnyis Gusang Mdzad Che Chung Gurel Go Nams Bakad Pai Fiags Shing Gukes Busdus Yig Man Nagag Thugs Scrom Erno Mnien Frul Dar Chags Sme Bai Ulde Mig Ka Ka Rob Bring Dang Urtse Dezin Badun Bergya Ni Shur Bal Yigni Sum Bergya Drug Kudang Ni Bako Bergyad Gusums Gusum Pa Fi Urgyud Nang Urgyud Gusang Urgyud Gusum Yang Gusang Thugs Urgyul Stay ro longs pai. Urgyud stay ru longs pajig. Or jig, I'm not sure. Ten Gustug or Gutsug Lag Ergyud Merkha Gro Gutsug Lag Erdo Erje Gutsug Lag Ergyud Stong Po Degu Dus Snang Gisal Gron Mai Ergyud Zib Gesher Nagpo Ka Ba Nag Ergyud Bedun Fi Ergyud Krobo Ergya Sher Grel Bai Ergyud Dar Ergud Sneeing Ergyud Frul Yi Demigs Chags Dang Bar Ergyud Gesermig Gesal Ba Ergyud Fio Dar Ergyud Gesel Bai Ergyud Dang Krugs Yig Ergyud Nang Gi Spar Ka Sme Bai Ergyud Lani Sabar Kadag La Ergyud Niste Bergyad Do Spar Ka Krugs Yig Ertsa Bai Ergyud Dang Ni Spar Kam Jam Yig Medo Grel Geser Grel Ergyud Spar Ka Geser Thig Geser Gi Ne Chung Ergyud Geser Gi Fye Lab Sodom Chig Gor Loi Ergyud Spar Ka Sa Ris Chen Moi Ergyud Ernams So Sme Badi La Ergyud Sede Lunga Ruyod or Yod, I don't know. Sme Ba Degu Kling Gasa Bai Ergyud Dang Ni Ha Lo Bar Ergyud Ergya Sher Grel Pai Ergyud Za Od Gur Ergyud Demar Nag Krug Ergyud Do Sme Ngo Sub Bustan Fo Drug Gnam Du Gro Mo Drug Sar Gro Debus Na Ulho Nub Lug Spruldang Ki Stag Bya Brug Bi Ba Glang Rang Thog Fo Drug Gyasla Mo Drug Gyon Yang Sang Thugs La Thebs Zlog Na Poi Ergyud Ngal Shan Erlung Ergyud Gim Shang Ulto Yi Ergyud Gau Damar Na Se Lung Kug Bai Ergyud Sneeing Gazer Srog Tig Nag Poi Ergyud Dang Ni Srid Pai Ulto Ergyud Che Bring Chung Scum Mo Gab Ertse Ernam Bergyad Fi Yi Beskor Mgo Drug Sabar Ka Erme Ba Dar Ergud Ernam Pa Pasum Lo Dang Zla Ba Gza Dang Sakar Ma Gusum Nang Gi Beskor Ergo Ernam Pa Drug Dagla Lus Srog Debang Thang Erlug Erta Bla Coms Drug Gesang Bai Beskor Mgo Ernam Pa Drug Yin Te Skies Erlung Spar Sme Fi Ye Log Men Gesum Degu Mig Nugur Mig Skag Dang Ernam Pa Gesum Beziba gutsug lag dipyad du gusungs pani, snang gasal sagran ma la, la gadams pair gyud. Gesang grel maha nag po urtsa bai gyud, rus spal kro mo madag gukad erlong gini. Radu bese ru olkags basi mi bergyad dang. Sabar kai gusung dipyad chechung urza ergyud gis. Baza bazi ma serlung gong fur ulde mig dang. Degu mig dur mig sabar gi bum nog dang. Ulto bazi gaser grel gaza yi degu zer dang sabar ka basan ergyud spra ertags, I'm really not sure. Gaser las baku basam ka mi, bi ulto basam ka degu sum gur. Skia gnas gasum pa mungal fugs sa dipyad ergyud. Debs chen debs chung ye nad dipyad che. Byung chen byung chung biskor yig smad olnga baku krom urtsis chen mo leu bergyad kupa. Ulto scrum boom tig brug urtsis gasal bukra gnis. Byung ba snag gi me long ergyai dumpling solto. Nagags chad nag podzla gesang stag sham nag sa opyad rin se freng ba dipyad spiang ki jig pai olke medung chen po baku gusum dang. Zangs skyam erdeu nag srid pai dur skrumdang. Zang kyam yi gros zangs skyam me long olnga. Zangs skyam Zuru rangs skyam Padma dang, dipyad ki kogpa chenpo la sogs pa. He also explained the 360 tables of divination, called by way of name Brahma of the Four Faces. There were also expressed the 4 general tantras of the Brahma of the sciences. With his white eastern face, he explained the calculations of the living. With his black northern face, he explained the calculations of the dead. With his yellow southern face, with his red western face, the fourfold splendor of the calculations of the spouses. With his yellow southern face, the pile of gems of geomancy. With his 4 faces as one, he reunited the fourfold Brahma. Collecting the calculations of the universal enwrapment, he lit up the night of ignorance. Through the benefit of the special calculations, he expressed the celestial treasure and through the calculations of the army of differences, he expressed the multitude of the astrological books. Of the history, unabridged, of the lives of the Guru of Udayana, Padmasambhava. This is the 35th canto, The Sojourn in the Land of China, predicted by Avalokiteshvara, sealed oaths. If you want to listen to that now or later, I'm going to read one more canto, but that music, of course, is here. You can find it in a few different places. One of the versions that's online on YouTube is like slower, but I think I linked you to the one that's appropriate speed. Canto 36, The Means for Guarding the Doctrine of the Buddha. On the far side of the Indian lands, on this side of the great land of China, there was a city of the butchers who were all depraved. In order to convert the evildoers, Padma assumed their likeness, under the appearance of a son of a family of low lineage. Thus, as the Khandala Kati evil hand, he built a grass hut, and to change the faith of all men, killed and ate wild animals. Still not satisfied with the reaction, he cut and ate his own flesh. He fled to the cave Samen Kotara, to his friend who was a butcher, a wild and evildoer. He sent back all sorts of magic instruments and said, quote, "Your work and mine are in agreement. You are of low lineage. Take up hunting. I am giving you fully 100 bamboo bows and arrows. Kill and destroy. Take my place. I have shut the door of the 3 lower states of being. Every sentient being has a different mind. What one person may understand may not be understood by others." End quote. The evildoers among men, all sorts of violent ones, those plunged into suffering, those furious by nature, those who spread error by mouth and by rough hands, those of fierce thought and bad karma, the apostates and others in conflict with the doctrine, with a capital D, desired salvation through sorcery and black magic. In their quest for a law of black necromancers, they came to the cemetery Black Valley of the bodies of the region, the land of the great charnel house. On the threshold, the enchanter with the sulphur mouth of flame, in the middle of a black whirlwind, with embers red like a cock, and undying, surrounded by the proud, both male and female, cried, quote, "Kill, strike, destroy, get on with it," end quote, as much as the healer uttered, so much was translated into deeds. And measle eaters, nocturnal nocturnal prowlers, many beings of both sexes, were the Rudras of the doctrine, some leading, some pushing from behind. some tearing out their hearts, others breaking open their eyes and knees, some devoured by the Nagas, others spreading evil pestilences, some groaning, others producing the tree of the tombs, some specters of war, others specters of famine, some frozen, others beaten down by hail, some emigrating, others isolating themselves in the region, some fools, others mutes, some having the fear of the king, others fear of fire, some having fear of water, others fear of venomous serpents, some having fear of poison, others fear of heaven, some having fear of the enemy, others fear of trickery, some fierce beasts, others inflicting death on themselves. But good deeds, like bad ones, engender retributive karma. Very gradually, the enchanter's actions became better and better. The enemies of the doctrine, as many of them as there were, linked to the same, became more and more humble, weaker and weaker. And because men were no longer so great in number, herds and offerings of foods were made in this very place of frightening evocations. Gods, Nagas, planetary spirits and kings, Maras, genies of the heights, demons of dropsy, and cyclops, Kumbhandas, Nagandras, Yaksas, and perfume eaters, Brahmins, Tirtikas, Mons and Mongols, people of Tangut, of Turkestan, of the steppes and of Bengal, defenders, Lamias, fire gods, titans, suras, asuras, rakshasas of the outside, of the inside, and of the arcane. All these beings, 8 by 8, offered the hearts of their lives. And he, Dorje Dragpo, formidable one of diamond, as master concentrated on the means of releasing the protectors of the Dharma upon the enemy, on the means of attracting to action the mamos of existence, on the means of subjugating the 8 classes of spirits, on a number of benedictions as penetrating and as swift as lightning, on the power of resuscitation when the heart of life has frozen, on human existence as much as on any existence whatever, on numerous formulas and of black incantations, on charms, magic spells, cures for the storm, purified, chosen, and mastered. Of the history unabridged of the lives of the Guru of Udayana, Padmasambhava, this is the 36th canto, the use of the means for guarding the teaching of the Buddha, sealed oaths. Well, today, hopefully Editor Edward was able to make that long part tolerable for those of you who didn't skip it. But no, I enjoyed today's reading. I don't remember much of it, sort of like waking up from a dream. But the good news is I'll get to watch it later and play it again and again until maybe some of it sticks. Sure was interesting, though. Quite a ride today. I hope that you enjoyed it half as much as I did, or more. And I'll go ahead and do the usual closing. To the north and to the south, to the east and to the west, to the spirits of light among us and to the spirits below, we send out our reverent love and compassion. May all beings be happy. May all beings be serene. May all beings be in peace. Until next time.